You Talk family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D. And my boy E gonna be joining us pretty soon, man, with another live show with You Talk. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us. And if he was here, he'll be throwing it up right along with me. Without you, baby. Kane Nation, what it do? Kane Nation, what it do? What it do? What's going on? What's going on? It's been a minute, man. I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody, everyone that for your prayers and your condolences, man, on my situation I had going on last week with the loss of one of my family members, man. I appreciate all of you guys, man, from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of myself and my family, I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you a lot. We're going to do the shout-outs, man, because I haven't seen y'all in a while, man, so I want to make sure, man, I say what's up to all of you guys, man. You know who get the first shout-out of the night, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to my boy King Judge.
KJ Production in your building.
King Judge, what it do, big dog? What's going on? How you doing tonight? What's going on, King Judge, man? That's my super producer. You know what it is. We got some birthday shout-outs, man, to a couple of Kane family members, man. Rob, Cleric, Manelli. Happy birthday to you, big dog. Gabriel Johnson, Brandon, Wagral, Josh Abernathy, and Matt Johnson. On behalf of You Talk and Kane Nation, we want to wish you guys a happy birthday, man. Let's get into the businesses, man. Shout out to Tanya and Teddy Chisholm over at Catan's Fashion. What it do? Shout out to Matt Hall over at Plum Life, Chris Flanagan over at Avalon, Shanika Pendergrass over at Herb Velocity. Shout out to Joe Neville Terry and Hollis Watts over at Rushbox. Shout out to Jacinda Kirkland over at Sugar Coated Cupcakes and Sweets LLC. Shout out to the big dog Bobby Sarah down there in Miami, Florida over at Mentor Me. Shout out to Jesse Lambert over at Naturally Born. Shout out to the lovely ladies over at PNC Bank, Miss Crystal Barcliff and Katie Levant Garner. Shout out to my homeboy Leroy Vien over at Smile Studio Orthodontics. What's going on, Leroy? And shout out to my homeboy Wiley over at Unique Stitches LLC that be bringing you all of the You Talk merchandise. Shout out to Wiley. What it do, big dog? Shout out to my boy Sean too, man. His son, man, helping me out with all of that merch over there at You Talk, man. What's going on, Sean? Shout out to Marquez Williams, man, one of our former Kane alumni, man, over at Pop Socks, man. Cool and crazy, off the wall, wacky socks, man. All you want, man. Check him out over at popsocks.com, man. That's Marquez Williams, man. What's going on? Shout out to Young and the Boy Coach Star and TP the Prophet. That's the music you're going to be hearing tonight. Shout out to my boy Adrian Braswell for the artwork. And, of course, my homeboy E. Gray over at Just Saying Sports, who will be coming in here pretty soon, man. Shout out to my boy. Let's get into the You Talk family members, man. Let's do it, man. Shout out to Jamal Davis, Benny and Kimberly Barrett. Shout out to Cyrus Sumter, Tremaine Daniels, Finney Sauter, Chad Lewis, Hiram Williams, LaTroy Hillary, Jimmy Brown, Steve Watson, Brittany and Carrot, Eric Brown, Kenny Kelly, Jamaica and LaVar Scott, Milo Stinson, Chris Otis, Felix Miller, Eric and Susie Connor, Donald Gordon, Ty Randy Pamal, John J.T. Thomas, Otis Ford, Earl Collins, Deion Washington, Carisha Williams, Cara Strong, Gail English, Robert Uncle Buck Brown, Eddie and George Lord, Cedric Tate, James Pop Jones, Corey Taylor, Kevin Taylor, Gerald, Big Baller Hawkins, what it do? Tony and Emmanuel Vasquez, Jamal Boop Stevenson, what's going on? Daryl Love, Danielle Carroll, Quest, a.k.a. Diesel Brown, Tim Jordan, Kevin Glenn, Mike and Jeff Caldwell, Tariq Brooks, Shane Cronin, Jose Martinez, David Afila, Troy Woodard, Toya Cook, Milton Scoop Austin, Eric B. Tate, Sean Po'boy Pugh, Ronnie LeBou, Leonard Geechee Evans, Terry Wells, Sheldon Curl, Johnny White, Donald Strange, Justin Williams, Merle Robinson, Jason Massey, Brian Big B. Weem, Justin J. Berg, Jackson, LD down there in Mohaven, Florida, what it do? Joe Carter, BJ Pence, Diana, Lisa Q, Cecil, Willie and Johnny, Tyrone Perry, what's going on? Mario Beltran, Larry Elbone Griffin, Brian Makeup, Madonna Jamila, Latoya, Susan Q Jackson, James Curtis Jackson, a.k.a. Pookie, Reggie, Jamal Weddington, Rayshawn Evans, Wayne Foster, Douglas Ferguson, Gwen, and Norris Gordon, Frank Hilton, Demetrius G. Gray, Marvin V. Lawton, LaTuan Ferguson, James Edward Leach, Percy Hicks, Brian Storms, Jamarion Davis, Jaquarius Weathers, Leon Reginald, and Roe Beast, and Corey Allen, and Sherry Lewis, Jeffrey O'Neill, Drina and Travis Colvin, D. Breezy, Ernestine Fleming, Cheetah McCullough, John Green, April Clark Ransford, Beverly Kuzak, Reggie Hurd, Samuel Kennedy, Eric Myrick, and my boy Larry. My boy Larry. Frank. That's my guy. What's up, Larry Frank? Let's go to the North Georgia Canes chapter in Canton, Georgia, man. Shout out to Kevin Westwood, Joseph Fergo, Henry Cowsey, Laverde Rowe, Kiki Diaz Volk. What's up, baby? Nick McCoy, Renee Alvarez, Cedric Catman Smith, Kyle Gray, Richard Watson, Alex J. Flores. Now let's get to the last group of the night. The Truth Miami Hurricanes. Shout out to Ralph Blanco, Bruce Daniels, Malcolm E. Simmons, and the big dog, me and E. Great Guy, Larry White Jr. It's you talk, baby. Let's go.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.
Eric Meyer, what it do? Here we go. I'm finna bring my boy E. Gray up in here, man. Kane Nation, man. We in the building. What's going on? E. Gray, how you doing tonight, brother?
Man, I'm doing good until I got that news about the damn season being put on pause for 2 weeks. But it is what it is, man.
I didn't even know that until you told me that. Like I say, man, I was running around today, man, and I didn't even know until you just told me that, man. That is crazy, man. But like I say, man, hopefully, man, we can take it, E-Gray, man, and we can get better, man, over the break that we gonna have, E-Gray, man. So, E-Gray, man, how was your weekend, man? Talk to me, man. How was your weekend, brother?
Well, Saturday was a bit of a roller coaster ride. It was a bit of an emotional roller coaster ride, as always, dealing with these Canes, man. They have my blood pressure up at halftime, as usual. And they fixed it at the end, goddamn. It's a lot of criticism that I have to go across the board, but I had to save it after the game, man, because we 7-1, baby. We 7-1, and goddamn it, we'll take it. We'll take it.
That's what's up, man. I want to shout out some people, man. Shout out to my boy Cuban Kane, man. Shout out to David Franklin, Leonard Kavanaugh, Latrell. I'm grateful. What it do? Kyle Stalling. What it do, baby? What's going on, big dog? And I appreciate that. Sean Pugh. What's going on, big bro? How you doing tonight, man? That's what's up, man. Nail Biter, E-Gray, man. Nail Biters that I'm tired of, E-Gray. I tell you, big dog, man. Like I was telling you, I only got to watch the first half because of what I had going on, man. And I went back and watched the game, man. So I'm gonna let you start it off, man, and you give me your analysis. You know how we do it, man. I want you to start with your good, your bad, and your ugly, man. It's on you.
First off, shout out to my boy, to Corey Couch, the MVP. That kid came through, man. And we had been screaming this a few weeks ago about Couch, man. A couple of viewers and a lot of us, man, we've been screaming about Couch. Couch came through big, man. I like that kid. That kid is he's something special. But let's get to the other part of the ball, which surprisingly, as much hell that we give the defense didn't really play that bad overall. Look at it.
The defensive line played real good.
The defensive line balled out. Jalen Phillips finally showed up. He must watch Utah.
He's stupid.
He must watch Utah. But nah, man, look, the defense showed up. The defensive line showed up for the most part. We were lacking some holes. We're missing Zach McCloud. I can't talk too bad about the defense. They didn't break. They got out the field when needed be. They made some plays. It was just offensively, man. I'm looking at it like, what in the hell is this stagnated? It was just stagnated. And it's like, you should have heard me at halftime, D.
I thought about you. Trust me. Hey, listen, I couldn't get to you, like I said, but I'm thinking about you.
Well, first of all, I wanted to rip your man, Mr. Cut the Check. They may not even call him Cut the Check no more.
I agree with you.
Cut no checks for that song.
I agree with you.
I'm just looking. I'm looking like, really? Like, it's just some of the play calls. It got so vanilla, man. We forgot how to stretch the field. I mean, that defense of Virginia Tech, it was just screaming for us to stretch the field. Screaming for us to stretch the field. And, you know, D. Wiggins, I give him a little bit of credit. He pissed me off in the first quarter, but he still ended up with like 106 yards with 8 catches, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, of course, my boy Brev, we didn't get him the ball enough. We didn't get Mallory the ball. When Mallory and Brevin Jordan against that defense of Virginia Tech only has 4 catches combined, something ain't right about that. Mm-hmm. In the first drive, we were stretching the field, got down the field like it wasn't nothing, and then we get down the red zone, we act like we forget how to play call, man. Putting too much on De'Aaron King. For some reason, we stopped running the ball effectively. At one point, we was running the ball, and then we stopped that too. I don't get it with Brett Lashley. I don't know what kind of identity that he's trying to portray, but it's just, you know, he acts like he has to get behind the 8 ball to start trying to move the ball down the damn field. You know, what happened to the beginning of the season, that Florida State game? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We was just doing what the hell we wanted to do, mixing it up. You make the defense conform to what we do on offense. And it just seemed like too many times he trying to feed into their hand, man. I mean, I don't get it. Blake Baker gets to live another week because it might have been my boy Manny. Manny might have, you know, had a little hand in that. But it's just like I can't talk trash about the defense this week. It all goes back to the offensive side of the ball, which is surprising being the year that we've had.
Yo, I totally Cuban Kane, man. What's going on, man? No, Cuban Kane, I'm just still a little down. I'm getting better, man. I was sick as well, man. I had a lot going on last week, big dog. Shout out to Dolphin Derek. Shout out to Jeffrey O'Neal. But E. Gray, like I say, I went back and I watched the game Saturday. You know, me and you spoke Saturday night pretty late, and I watched the game, and I agree with you, man, about this offense, man, and Rhett Lashley play calling. I like to hurry up, but I think it's a such thing as going too fast in the hurry up sometimes to when you're sitting there staring at a blitz and you can't get out of a bad play because you're trying to snap the ball so fast, man, and you're getting behind in the sticks, man, in the chains, man, because we can't get in a good play. And the offensive line is already terrible. Like, you have to capitalize on first and second down with this offensive line that De'Aaron King is playing behind, man. I mean, it's bad, man. And for people that want to sit back like me and you was talking about E and want to try to talk about De'Aaron King, you shouldn't have nothing to say, man. If it's not for this man, I mean, we are nothing on offense. We are nothing. Now, pleasantly, I did see a couple of plays where Rhett Lashley finally, what me and you was talking about, run some sweeps with these speedy running backs and try to get them out in space, man, and use their speed.
When we call the toss pack, we call the toss run.
Finally.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
You know, I thought about y'all.
It actually worked.
and it worked.
Breaking news, it worked.
And I'm like,
But guess what? Rhett Lashley, he stopped doing it.
He stopped doing it.
He said, the hell with it.
And
he said, we ain't gonna do that shit because it worked. We ain't gonna do it no more.
I thought about you. I said, this is what we've been talking about. Putting the guys on the outside and let them use their speed. And like you say,
right.
He stopped doing it for whatever reason. For some reason, do we got anything against a screen pass, E? I mean,
I've been screaming that forever. Screen pass.
You have.
Or here's one better for you. Roll them out.
Roll them out. I didn't see none of that. I seen a couple of that the week before, but I didn't see none of that. And I'm like, what are we doing? Now, I'm going to jump on the defensive side of the ball because I'm like you. The defensive line, and I got to give, see, a lot of people probably didn't notice, but Jade Nestor Severa played big time as well. Jade was getting double teamed a lot, and that gave Phillips a lot of room to go one-on-one and to beat his man like he was doing. Nestor was still getting pressure and being double teamed. Defensive line was pushing the pocket. They played good. They played great. Linebackers.
You know what? The harp on your point, the piggyback on your point, and I screamed this before the game, that it was a must that we put them in third and long situations. Mm-hmm. When that defensive line starts settling down and start holding containment and put them in third and long, I told you I wasn't worried about that boy arm, man. Hooker, the quarterback, I wasn't scared of his arm. Didn't nothing scare me about that arm. It's just that when he break off from the pocket, going off. Shout out to Sam Brooks.
That's what I was about to say next. Sam Brooks played good.
Brooks
and
showed that he needs to be in that starting.
He does. He really does. And I would like to see him, and when Zach McLeod come back, those two, I want to see them a little bit more together, man, in the linebacking position, man. Now, I tell you one thing, man. I don't know if it's me. You can correct me if I'm wrong or tell me what you think. But to me, it looked like Al Blaze has become a target. He become food because they going at him. And like I say, we got to do something to get to Corey Couch. I want to see him more, as a starter and on the outside, man, versus just being in that nickel package. I want to see Corey on the field a little bit more.
I got to see Corey on the field more. Al Blaze, he had some hiccups, but you know me, that goddamn DJ Ivy. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Man. And let me make this point while let me tell you when my blood pressure got on high early in the game when we called that goddamn the fake kick.
It was so stupid.
The fake kick, the shit was so stupid when you should have just stayed on the field.
Kept the offense on the field.
Went for the goddamn thing.
Kept the offense
fourth down, fourth and short, just go for it. Or if not, just kick the damn ball.
Right.
I don't get it sometimes, man. Football does not have to be hard. A lot of time our coaches are overthinking things when they don't have to, man. They don't.
Right. I totally agree with you. David Franklin said, let's read some of these texts, big dog. David, E. Gray, man, my bad. Listen, bro, give your shout outs, man. Go ahead and do your thing, bro. I'm so sorry, man. Go ahead and do your shout outs.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's my little crew. I see one of them in the building. What's up, Lafayette Cole? Hey, man, shout out to my boy Lafayette, man. Let me tell you something, D. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think his thumb still might be hurting from all that damn texting he be doing during the game.
But hey, listen here.
I had to take you off the text.
Hey, listen, I love all of y'all. But boy, that doggone Lafayette can go. Boy, my phone was. I'm like, hey, man, get me up out of this text, man.
Yeah,
get me out of this group text, man.
You figured it out, though.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you was good. But shout out to my boy Lafayette Cole. Shout out to my boy D. Bailey, Donovan Bailey. Shout out to my boy Brian. Shout out to my boy Hurricane Chris, my youth family. Shout out to everybody. But yeah, but the thing about it, man, sometimes football doesn't have to be hard. Me personally, I love all three of our running backs. And I'm going to tell you something, man. All three of them, I love them. But Don Chaney runs harder than all of them. I don't give a damn. It's just something about that boy, man. When he gets the ball, if we can open up some holes for him a little bit more, man, and get him out in space. Mm-hmm. Get the man out in space. Throw him a screen pass. Mm-hmm. I like the way Chaney runs, man. He runs hard. He's running like I'm trying to put my foot in the ground and get up the field. I ain't dancing around. I'm trying to get up the field, man. But Most just doesn't have to be that hard, man.
I agree with you. Let's get into some of these texts. We got a lot of people. Let's go bite the bike, man. I'm going to call one. You go. Eddie Lord, that's my uncle. What it do? No respect. Dropped from 9 to 12. 13 player out COVID. Totally agree, man. You ain't going to get no respect when you keep on winning nail biters, man. Go for it. You get the next one.
I don't even know where I'm at. Let me see. Red, Cuban Kane say Red did not cut the check. Hell no, he don't need to get no check cut. And then, and to make my point about Mr. Cut the Check, why all of a sudden, after we 7-1, now they want to put up talks in like the Miami Herald and all these things talking about asking him about a head coaching opportunity with each. He needs to sit his ass down for a little bit before he can start pounding his chest like that.
Bro, I want to see you with a normal quarterback. You got a machine back there right now that's making your offense look good right now. You shouldn't be talking about going nowhere because that offensive line is terrible. And like I said, without that boy King, without that number one back there, man, this offense ain't worth. This offense is terrible, bro. So you need to pump your brakes.
Can you imagine if Nicole Perry was back there?
Preach.
Oh,
preach. Derek McCullough.
Boy.
What's going on, big dog?
And another thing with me, I don't mind. You were saying about the hurry up offense. Here's my thing about the hurry up offense. And if you watch them, if they somewhat know what they're going to do, if they get the first down and they're moving up to the line of scrimmage, they kind of rolling a little quicker. They getting the play in quick. Sometimes for me, when they don't get it on second and it's third down, it's like they taking too damn long to get the play in.
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
on.
I don't know what it is. It's like they stop and they looking at the sideline, and I'm like, you're killing me.
But
You're killing the whole point of going hurry up.
E.
If you're gonna take that goddamn long, huddle up.
That's on defense too. We can't get set for some reason because the play coming in too late. It's on both sides of the ball. I'm like, get set. Both sides of the ball. Like you say, the plays are coming in too late on both sides of the ball. I totally agree with you, big dog, on both sides. I agree. Yeah, Corey Couch came to play, man, Cheetah, man. He did his thing, man. I've been talking about Corey, man, since we first started this show over the summer and everything, man. Corey Couch, he played good, man. I want to see more of it, man. Dolphin Derrick. Joseph Bernard, what it do? We see you. What Dolphin Derrick said. Ricky Dunn. Hey, man, shout out to my boy Ricky Dunn, man. I'm feeling a lot better, Ricky Dunn. I appreciate you, man. And again, I appreciate all of you guys' prayers, man. And that's from me and my family, man. Thank all of you guys. E-Grade, you too, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, big dog.
Sure.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out to my boy J.R. Hayes, man. He make a good point. We ain't have no reserves on offensive line. And that's why, and that's another thing of why this, forget about the way we won. We won. And the fact that we pulled this game off in the fashion we did, man, I thought it was just huge because that COVID, that 13 players, that was a lot of depth we was missing, man. A lot of depth on the road. And, I mean.
I get you. But everybody playing with COVID. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the teams. I'm looking at people, that's mad because they dropped 3 spots. And I'm like, what you mad about? Like who you going to beat that's in the top 10 in front of you? Nobody. You're not going to beat nobody in the top 10 that's in front of you. So what are you mad about? This is what happens when you win nail biters week in and week out and you don't see any progression in the team. So it's like, if we're going to say that we got to win, hey, we got to win. That's what it is. But don't be mad like we supposed to move up just because we struggled with a team that was unranked. And like I say, everybody is dealing with COVID. We ain't the only ones, but I mean, Clemson's still rolling, and I don't think Notre Dame would have beat Clemson if they'd have had Goldilocks. We can't beat Notre Dame. We can't beat Clemson. We're not going to beat any of those teams, Alabama, Ohio State. So, again, I agree with you guys when you say we got to win. We got to win. That's what it is.
Well, my thing is with football, man, it's such a week-to-week thing. Even in the NFL, you see it a lot. And, with college football, with this COVID situation, it's week-to-week. To say that we can't beat those teams, I'm not sure that that's fair. It's just if you measure it how we've been looking, with the eye test, you'd be like, shit, I don't know. But what I'm saying is I don't worry about the rankings right now. I could care less. We're 7-1. We got 3 more games left. Let's win those. So I'm like you, it's all about beating who we got in front. We can't worry about these people in the press and who they say is number 5 or number 6 and all of that. Hell, just keep winning.
Yeah,
winning
keep winning.
Okay. Just keep winning.
But I'm not going off the rankings. I'm going off the eye test. And what the eye test is telling me.
The eye test doesn't look good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, be happy that you got the win and don't worry about talking about we got moved 3 spots back. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy for the win, but we shouldn't be nowhere higher than where we are right now. That's just the way I look at it. But we're going to start taking some calls.
I wouldn't, I agree with you. The eye test doesn't look good.
Let's take some calls.
Especially with this damn inconsistent ass offense.
Right. We got a call coming in. It's Utah. Call the state your name and where you calling from.
Hey, this Kyle from Lickadale, baby.
That's our boy,
What's up,
man.
Kyle?
Kyle, what it do, man? What's going on, big dog?
Hey, man, my deepest condolences to you and your family, man. Happy to see you back on board, man, with a smile on your face.
Thank you, brother. I sure appreciate you, man. You know I do, man. I love you, man. Thank you very much.
And E. Gray, I missed your halftime speech, man, because I was pretty pissed off during that time. So I missed your speech. On the thing. But hey, this to me, this is probably one of the most important wins we had this season to me.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that we dealt with the players missing, the backups or the reserves. They to me, they really stepped up because you Hurricane fans, y'all know Virginia Tech gonna always bring their best against us. That's actually a rival game outside Florida State to us.
Absolutely.
and the team played good. They didn't give up. Offense, like you say, the play calling was suspect as usual. I think they should play both. I think they should play both tight ends at the same time because the offense moved better with Marley out there anyway to me. And Marley more effective. He's a more effective blocker than number 9 is. The team just plays better when Marley's out there to me. To me, the team it plays better. And I think they should play both tight ends. And like I put on the text, take one of the receivers out and put both tight ends in and play Wiggins and Hartley at both wide receivers and bring it in tight. That what Dennis Erickson did back in the early '90s. Because at first when he came in with that offense from Washington State, he had Spencer Copeland and what your boy name was Lamar Thomas. He had those guys 3 receivers, but then the next year after that, in '93, after we had lost the championship to Alabama, '93, that's when it came McGuire with the one back, and he came with the two tight ends then. And we took them 3 receivers out on and played with 2. I think if they do that and slow the offense down a little bit, because you can't run the Harrop offense when you got a subpar lineman. You can't run that all the time. And like you said, this game wasn't a good time to run the Harrop offense, knowing your line was already beat up anyway. And Virginia Tech took advantage of that. And we knew coming in that this was gonna be a tough game as far as on the defensive end. But I liked the adjustments that they made deep into the third quarter going to the fourth. Because I really think Manning really called that fourth quarter because the defense played different because they wasn't playing with the DBs 8 yards off the damn line of scrimmage.
They got out of that damn soft ass zone that was just killing me, man. It was killing. It was killing.
You got to understand. And that's you got to understand. You got to understand the personnel that you recruit in there and what they're used to playing. Defense supposed to be a reaction. Defense supposed to react and dictate. Not sit back and wait for the offense to do what the hell they got to do. Most of these players, especially the players we got playing on defensive end, those guys are from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach area, or they played in other areas where they played aggressive at. Keep it been that type of style defense because that's what they used to playing. If they played DJ Ivory in a man-to-man the whole game without that backing up, hey, dude, ain't no backing up, waiting on some shit to happen. That's your dude. You put the lock on his ass, and if we need – it depends on how the defense set up. It depends on how we align on the field. You might get some safety cover. And the only time you're going to get safety cover is when you play in the field side. When you play in the field side corner anyway, because the boundary, he on the short side, he's not going to get too much safety cover behind that.
I don't like Ivy in man-to-man either. I watched his ass just trailing wide receivers all game long. Man.
I think Ivy would be better if he played a more tight man-to-man because therefore he'll know what the fuck he's facing against. At least try to see it.
Yeah, we got to play more man-to-man, though. I totally agree with you.
A tighter man-to-man. Now, far as overall, they play good. McLeod don't need to be starting. Number 6 need to be a linebacker in the middle and play 44 at the weak side like he always plays because 44 actually plays well because the weak
he didn't play bad. Yeah, he didn't play bad. He didn't.
The weak side linebacker on Miami is usually he's blitzing anyway. He's blitzing, and in the middle, the middle linebacker he's pretty much playing the middle, and Forson or number 4 or Smith, they're the ones guarding those backs come out of the backfield. Now, if let's say they got 2 backs, and one go one way, one to go other, somebody got to cover tight end. I think Brooks is more agile to be able to make that adjustment than McLeod is. Because McLeod, I think he'd be on base. I think he'd be on rocks or something when he go out there. So
Bubba Bolden disappeared. I didn't see him. Did he even play other than falling down on the ground
with right in front? Exactly. Right.
See, the thing is, the doghouse for me, brother.
the thing is, that's why I say it goes back to coaching. Because if you coaching, those guys who show up one game, guess what? They're gonna show up the next game too. They're gonna show up. We're gonna like for example, Couch been playing good the whole season. He finally got a chance to start because he did good in practice, and he started over Blaze, and looked like the Blaze was kind of butthurt that he didn't start because he got out that motherfucking first time he got there. He got that pass interference.
Yep.
On that one play. He got that pass interference on that damn offside. They declined the offsides and gave the goddamn dude the pass interference up the field, and that was crucial when they did that. So I think having Couch out there makes a difference. And I wish that boy Williams would have never transferred because his ass probably been starting on the other side too.
Right. Christian Williams, exactly.
Right. He probably been starting over Ivory probably, more than likely. And so I think if they could build on the momentum on this and fight in practice now that some of these guys that we finna get back next week, to the Carver shit is not really on Miami, it's on the other team. And we get some of these guys back in 2 weeks, that competition should make these guys stay with fire because we were missing 13 guys. We was missing 4 starters. Now these starters supposed to come back fucking hungry on defense. So we should play a little bit better. This should be the best coming out of the bye week that Miami had in a long fucking time.
Well, we got 2 weeks.
Now we get the linemen back. But like I say, that offense, they need to play. I'm going to get ready to get off. But the offense need to play both tight ends the same time. I guarantee if they play both tight ends the same time, the running game will rock better, and that passing game, so we play more of a play action passing game anyway. They won't know which side to guard, left or right, because Mallory gonna make a play, and that motherfucker don't miss shit. And you can throw that shit high, and he finna go up and catch it. Number 9, he got to be pretty much loose. He got to be wide open or on a slant pattern. I ain't seen him catch shit like Mallory catch all season.
They need to start going to him more for one, man. He don't get enough targets, I don't think.
Enough targets, man. They only had 4 catches between the two of them.
Between the two,
we got to throw it to them.
Them cats should get at least, good as them guys supposed to be, they should get at least 15 targets among themselves a game.
Well, they should, but the problem is if you look like this past week, Kyle, and this was what was so frustrating. You know, we talk about the deficiencies on the offensive line. It was a couple of drives, man. King ain't have time to do nothing. I mean, as soon as he snapped the ball, they back there on him. So that goes to my point where what I've been saying for weeks and weeks, got to get it out of his hands quicker. Call plays so he doesn't have to sit there with the ball in his hands. He can dump it out to the running back. Call a quick little route, something to get the ball out of his hands, because we don't have an offensive line for him to sit back in the pocket and whether it's pistol or shotgun or whatever. We don't have enough for him to sit back there for 3 seconds. He don't have 3 seconds. He don't.
You know one thing that'll work. One thing that will work if we go with the double tight. He hiked that ball he hiked that ball. You swing. You swing that back out to if he's going to the left or right. Whatever tight end on that side, you give him a 1 second pause and you let him release up the field. But therefore, leave that linebacker to make a choice, or he want to go, or that safety got to come down, and then you got that receiver running a hard 8-yard slant going towards the safety where if he moved out of the position, that receiver flying into that spot. Since we run the slants anyway. That shit is so wide open right now for Miami because the tight ends are it's so wide open because the tight ends are very effective. They gotta guard the tight end.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Kyle. You know why that's a bad idea? That's a bad idea because it makes a whole lot of sense. And right now, Rhett Lashley doesn't understand things that make sense. So that's our problem. Preach on, Kyle.
I mean, it's a lot easier to call the plays from the couch. But anyways, hey, welcome back. Hey, welcome back, and I'm gonna continue to listen out. I'm on that juice tonight. I'm on that white Hennessy, the white label Hennessy, not the bullshit. The white label Hennessy.
Hey, Kyle, you say it's easy to call her from the couch. They need to give me a goddamn headset then.
Hey, Kyle,
y'all
man.
take care, man.
And I appreciate you again, Kyle. Thank you, brother.
It's all good. It's you talk, baby.
It's Utah, baby.
Yes, sir.
It's you talk, baby.
You know, I agree with everything Kyle was saying, especially about the two tight ends. You know, we've been screaming that for a minute. Will Mallory and Brevin Jordan being on the field. Of course, Brevin been out for the last couple of games, but they didn't target them. They did not target neither one of them. In the first part of the game, they targeted Mallory. They targeted Brevin Jordan had that long catch at the beginning. That pretty much was it. Will Mallory had one that was decent yardage, but that was it. But going back, the offensive line didn't give him enough time. So that's why I'm like, come on, Rhett Lashley. Call some screenplays. I mean, I see Jeffrey O'Neal just said in the chat, he was saying with all the speed we have on offense, talking about running plays like Florida did with Harvin, Wynn, and Rainey. Well, if you look what they did back in the Florida days, what they do? Screen passes, sweeps, tosses.
Screen passes, and I need more. And Egre, I don't know about you, but I need more motion. I need more motion. I just need to give the defense some food for thought, man. You know what I'm saying? Fake a reverse. Just make the defense think a little bit. I mean, that's all I'm saying, bro.
Especially when teams gonna pin their ears back and gonna blitz you.
And you know they coming. Anything, bro. JR, what you say, JR Hayes? We need to run some 6-yard crossing routes. Been screaming that all year, man. Some intermediate routes. We've been screaming that all year. Crossing routes to Mallory. Let's use some, just said that, some motion to make the defenses have to think. Just said that. And for the love of a God, a few screens. Exactly.
Few screens?
Exactly.
Well, good screenplay ain't never hurt nobody.
I know what you meant, JR. For the love of God, I got you. Jose Martinez. Bubba trash last 3 weeks. I think Egre would agree with you on that there. He ain't even gonna argue that one there.
Man, look, Bubba Bolden is back in my doghouse, man. Every time I want to give him props, and shout out my boy Brian, because Brian was ragging me earlier in the year when I would talk trash about Bubba. And he was like, man, you giving Bubba too hard of a time. Well, Brian, not this damn week. I mean, that first touchdown Virginia Tech scored, if you go back and look at that damn play, Bubba Bolden is just falling down for no damn reason.
Bro, we talked about it. Yeah, exactly.
It's a quarterback. Why are you over pursuing him?
Right.
Come on, man.
Man, I seen him, man, and 26. Garvin Hall take some of the worst angles, man, possible, man. I swear to God. It's like, man, what are you doing? It's just, come on, man. Just come up, man, break down, man, and make the tackle, man. Like you say, over pursuing for what? Samuel Kennedy. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. What's up, SK, man? I love you, big dog. Rodney Atwaters, man. He in the building, man. Rodney Atwaters, what it do, man? That's our guy. Hey, man, y'all go ahead and call up, man. Y'all keep calling, man. Y'all want to vent, man? Let's go. We in the building tonight.
Like my man David Franklin. He said, hey, Ed Reed, feel free to get involved anytime. You ain't lying. I've been wondering about that. I ain't seen him on the damn sideline lately either. I'm like, damn, Ed, you can feel free, just help out a little bit. Maybe he the one been working with Corey Couch and goddamn nobody else.
Listen, man, Corey Couch just look like he's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? He look like he's comfortable. We got a phone call, brother. It's Utah. Call and state your name and where you calling from.
This is Cuban Kane.
Cuban Kane, man.
Kane.
What's going on, brother? How you been?
What up?
What's going on?
I'm good. Devin, hey, man. Hey, I'm sorry, what happened to, with your situation, man.
Oh, most definitely, brother. Most definitely, man. I appreciate you, brother. Much love, bro. I love you, Cuban Kane. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it. E, man, stop being so damn nice to Devin. Remember, we need to play last week. Last week, he was ragging on you about the defense. We need to get on this man about Rhett cut the check last week. We need to get on this man.
You're right about that.
That man was killing you last week. You know what I'm saying? He was killing you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you brought that point up, man, because I gave him an earful Saturday night when I called him. Let's get back to that.
No,
he's to cut the check.
Yeah, you gotta save that. You gotta save that for the YouTube.
Hey, Cuban Kane, I deserve it. I deserve it, Cuban Kane. But I heard it on
Yeah,
Saturday
man,
night.
you
Y'all
know,
go ahead and
Philly
get me, man.
last
Cause
week.
yo, hey, listen, I ain't got nothing to say. I agree with you guys, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Get me, E. Go ahead, E. Do your
that's why I
thing.
made that's why I made that comment on the chat. I'm like, you know, you drunk or high? 'Cause I was talking about the situation. I was talking about, you know, last week you were getting on Eat about, oh, the defense this, Blake this, Manny this, and now this week you quiet like a church mouse. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm like,
Cuban Kane, for some reason, man, I think you still got some animosity toward me about my Lakers for some reason. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just sounds like it, man.
man, we ain't talking about that, man. We ain't talking about that right now, all right? You don't cry right now. Let's not talk about that.
Go ahead, hey, Cuban Kane, what you thought about
so-
the game, man? Talk to us. What did you like, man? Did you like what you saw this past weekend? Talk to us.
I liked what I saw from Manny in the fourth quarter, right? The defense. I'm never going to complain about a win. Look at Michigan. Look at Penn State. Look at all these other teams, right? Like, they're losing. We're winning. Granted, it ain't impressive, but these other programs that, quote-unquote, recruit better than us, whatever the situation is, you know, we have a better record than. You know, so I ain't going to get mad about a win. But this is my problem. The receivers, I don't think they got hands. Every catch they do is a body catch. If it doesn't go to their body, they ain't catching it. Wiggins is a prime example. It's like, man, yes, he had a good game, but it's like he could have had a 200, 300-yard game if he just would have fought for the ball.
Indeed. I mean, you know what? Hey, not to cut you off, Cuban Kane, but you're right about that because I'm watching, especially I watched a couple of drops, and then it was a couple of passes, one in particular that would have been a long game first down. The pass wasn't the greatest, but it hit his hands where it's like, dude, hold on to the damn ball.
Yeah, the slant pass.
Help your quarterback out.
Yeah, the slant pass. Yeah, he had a touchdown on that slant pass, but it's like he doesn't
man,
you know,
I forgot about that one.
Hands. Yeah, it was like it hit him in his hands, and it's like he can't catch it. It has to be a body catch for him, or else he won't catch the ball. And it's so frustrating because, like, you know, it's like, are you trying to play in the NFL? Because the NFL, you don't have time to do a body catch. You got to catch that with your hands. I mean, D-Hop, you saw what D-Hop did on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
He jumped up and got it with his hands. You know, so it's like, if you want to play in the next level, you need to start learning, like all you need to start learning how to catch with the hands. Next
He
one,
damn sure can't play at the next level, dropping that slant pass that would have been a house call. That was a house call.
Yeah, it would have been a house call. Yeah. Next one, number 51, on that offensive line. Ooh.
Yep. Boy, say it.
I don't know what he's teaching them.
Say it. Say it. I've been waiting on that. Say it.
That is
It was
pretty
bad.
disgusting. It was bad. I mean, I have no comment. I'm just saying it's.
Nope.
I don't know if he's a tackle or I mean, or he needs to be benched. I mean, I don't know. 51 is not performing. I'm like, oof.
I was wondering when watching that Saturday, man, when looking at 51, you know, I thought that De'Aaron King might have needed to, you know, grow up here, maybe goddamn get in his face a little bit. You know, sometimes your good quarterbacks, you got to talk to your linemen sometimes, like, hey, man, what in the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
Or if you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
we got to get somebody else in and know what you're going to get me killed.
I've been waiting on that, Cuban Kane. because 51 done been getting killed the last 3 weeks, bro.
Yeah, the tackles are playing better, but that interior line, between the guards and the center, I don't know. They need to come to Jesus to talk to something. But it's just.
Hey, Cuban Kane, what about that dumbass play they called when they threw it to the Zion Nelson out there, the big lineman? You remember that? We was in the red zone inside the 5. He threw that dumb shit.
Yeah, just play football. We get too cute sometimes. Like the fake field goal is like, come on, if you're gonna do a fake field goal, run it with somebody that runs a 10-0. You know, you got Borregales running a 20 flat over here. You know, he's like the slowest dude on the team, man. It's like, what are you doing here, Manny? But just stop getting cute. Just beat these teams. You know, just keep it a football. But last two things. You know, I know I mentioned last week. You know, it's like. Last week you got on E because of defense. This week you're getting on Devin. This team needs to be a little bit more consistent. You know, like we can't come on Utah. 1 week get on Devin, the next week get on E. It's like we just need to, you know, the last time we had a full game was I guess Florida State, right?
Yep, that felt good.
It's like, yeah, the team need to figure out how to just play. You know, both sides play good. You know, but yeah, that's my observation. And last thing, I want both of you guys to hear this. Okay, how about them damn Dolphins? How about them damn Dolphins?
Miami Dolphins. Y'all got a little song and whatnot. I got some friends as Dolphins fans, man. They be at the little sports bar, all of them grouped together singing that damn song.
Hey, Cuban Kane.
Cuban Kane, y'all look good, man.
Hey, Cuban Kane.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do it because the Heat damn sure couldn't do it. So, I mean, hey, I'm just saying. I mean, you know, you do it. You're looking good without Hurricanes in your Miami Dolphins because your Heat show couldn't do it. So I give you your props, man. Your Dolphins look good, Cuban Kane.
Keep talking that trash. Let's hard and go to the Nets. You know, I don't hear no excuses. You know, I don't hear no excuses. Y'all gonna lose Rondo. You're gonna, you know.
Listen, man, stop all of this.
Okay.
Stop all this. Hey, man, listen, man. You're gonna quit all of this praying and wishing, man. You're gonna quit all of that, man. Okay? You gonna stop. Your Dolphins look good. I just had to throw that in there to you, man. Your Dolphins look good, man.
Oh man, I got no comment. No comment. I can't. Did the Falcons play this weekend? I don't know. Did the Falcons play? The Raiders barely won.
Hey, listen, we won, dude. Don't worry about the Raiders. We won. We got the W. I'm 6. Hey, Cuban Kane, I'm 6-3, just like you.
First of all, Cuban Kane, we actually had a relaxing bye this past week, but don't worry, we'll be back Sunday against them Aints. We get to see your boy. Famous Jameis throw us a couple kicks.
Oh yeah, I forgot y'all. Yeah, y'all ain't got Drew this week. Y'all got Famous. Right.
Yeah, old Famous.
All right.
Hey, Cuban Kane, slowly but surely we walking him down.
He ain't making the playoffs. You're not in the NFC East. If you're in the NFC East, there'll be a different story. You only need is one win in the NFC East to win, but you know, you're in the South. You ain't making the playoffs. Sorry.
Hey man, we only lost one game in the South. We still got to play the Saints twice and the Bucks twice. We ain't scared. We ain't scared. We in the building.
That's three losses
healthy
right
now.
That's
ready?
what Cuban Kane. How many that is?
That's 3 losses. That's 3 losses right there. Just adding up to the total. But appreciate you guys. Hit that like button and you know, let's damn, we don't pay it till 2 weeks from now. Damn.
I know.
Oh well. Yeah.
Boy, hey, all right, hey man, appreciate you, Cuban Kane. All righty, buddy.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Right.
Later.
Yeah, like Cuban Kane said, man, hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Baby.
If you subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe to Utah. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's free to hit the like button, and it is free to subscribe.
So appreciate you guys, man. Hey, I know my boy. I know he was listening, man. I knew he was gonna be real short. He say 2 words. My boy Larry Frank Jr. said 2 words. Them Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
but you know Larry Frank. Hey,
Larry
you know,
Frank Jr. in the building.
My boy say, hey, Larry Frank, boy, your Pittsburgh, y'all rolling, man. Y'all rolling, man. Okay, here we go. We got one coming in. It's Utah. Call and state your name and where you calling from.
Why, you know I'm calling out the boot. It's your boy, Larry Frank
There you
Jr.
go.
What up, Larry?
Big dog, my brother. What it do? What's going
What's
on,
up?
Big dog? Talk to us. Give us some of
Man,
that
I'm
stank.
cooling. Man, look, let me tell you something, man. I've been a little busy. Ain't been able to call in. Got a little time. I said, man, I just got home from work. I see my people on the radio show. Let me holler at them.
That's what's up.
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Look, I wanted to call in. I'm pretty sure y'all covered it already, but I saw that we had some COVID cases that done rescheduled these games, huh?
Yeah.
I heard my damn feelings about 2 hours ago, and I saw the news on my phone. Well, actually, my guy, what's his name? Christopher Bales. He's a Kane fan too, man. He hit me up and told me that. I couldn't believe it. I had to go to Bleacher Report. I said, this shit can't be true. But it's true.
Yeah. The COVID cases kind of messed things up. The thing that I don't like about it is of the last 3 remaining games, I thought Georgia Tech would be the tune-up game because Wake Forest is going to be not as easy as people think. Wake Forest got a little decent squad, low key, and obviously North Carolina too.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Did you see the shootout? What was it? Wake Forest and North Carolina, right?
I lost track of it the other day. I was watching it a little bit, but then I think, didn't UNC lose that game, or did they win that
They
game?
won. They
No,
came back and
back
won.
and won. Yeah.
But shit, I think it was like 50-something to 40-something, man. It was ridiculous.
I know they was down when I lost track. I was watching it and looking at the highlights as I was watching our game, but I kept seeing the highlights, and I saw that Wake Forest wasn't backing down. I assumed they had won, but okay, well, if they came back, but I thought about it. I said, man, Wake Forest ain't going to be no joke. They ain't going to be no joke. Everybody's centered in on UNC. Wake Forest is another team that ain't going to be no joke. Now, the thing about it, it's a little bit of controversy going on because I'm seeing where even though we won, we're 7-1, I see the pollsters really gave us no respect, man. You drop us 3 slots. We was an underdog and won on the road. I'm not feeling the disrespect. I'm just going to be honest with you. I know we ain't playing the best ball, but come on, man. You're an underdog on the road. I don't care who you is. You don't drop no 3 slots if you win as an underdog on the road.
I disagree, man, because like you say, Larry Frank, you know, like I know, man, you got to be consistent, man. Like, we just ain't put like they said, the last perfect game we put together, Larry Frank, was Florida State. Like, they got to just play better because like we talked about before, Larry Frank, man, who the hell we going to beat in front of us? Who we going to beat in front of us, Larry Frank, the way we looking?
The way it's looking, I'm going to be honest with you, if we continue to play the way we have been playing, we may not win the last 3 because Georgia Tech is sneaky good now. Don't let the Clemson game fool you. Don't let the Clemson game fool you when they blew out Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is sneaky good. They are a team that can give you fits. They're a team historically in the past that did it to us. None of these last 3 are given. They're not given. The thing that I looked at the other day, looking at the game, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought the line started off shaky. The offensive line started off shaky, but I like how they made adjustments as the game went on. They kind of got their feet under them. I was happy about that. I'm glad that Harley, starting to show a little consistency. Thank God for Pope. Pope sealed it for us. So I'm glad the receivers are starting to kind of see what's going on. Here's my thing, though. On the defensive side of the ball, I see my boy Blades is done got benched. They're going with the Corey Couch.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I like about what I'm seeing now is that the coaches are making moves. They're basically letting it be known, like, look, no spot is safe. You become a liability, you're going to sit. And that's what needs to happen going forward. Now, D, you might get a little aggravated with me.
No. You know this
said,
Utah, Larry Frank. Me and you, boy, we go at it. Go ahead.
we go at it. But he said something over the weekend that made a lot of sense, and I got to roll with E on this one. Until we see better offensive play, don't call that man cut the check no more. Don't call Ray cut the check no more, dog.
Larry, listen, bro. I told him, man, I can't say nothing. He right, y'all right. I can't argue that. I totally agree with you, big dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I tried to get a man his due. I tried to roll with him, and I still, he gonna do his thing. I still support him. I just think now it's time to dial back to cut the check. Right now, it ain't no check right now. Right now, it's a money order. It ain't a check, man. It's a money order. So you better make sure that the money order is gonna clear before you even begin to get a check, bro, because we're not ready for that.
Preach. I totally agree with you, bro.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you 100%.
But overall, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm concerned because you know how it is with bye weeks. I don't think none of us like bye weeks because we know historically we struggle. We got 2 weeks, 2 bye weeks basically, and you got to come back. And then coming out of this, you're gonna have a tough Wake Forest team on the road at that. I am concerned. I'm hoping that they can dissect all the film they need to dissect. They can look at all of their faults and flaws. They need to go ahead on and dissect Wake Forest and check them out. They got to bring it because if you come out against Wake flat like you have historically after bye weeks, it's going to be an L. And I think taking that L to Clemson was one thing. I think they pretty much was like, look, we're going to play them. We probably ain't going to beat them, but we're going to give them our best effort. They was able to shake back from that L. I don't know what the what the overall attitude or whatever would be shaking back from an L to a team like Wake. How would that work going into them final two? So it's a lot of Jedi mind tricks that's going on right now, in my opinion. It's a lot of mental coaching that needs to go on. But I got one more thing I want to say. I don't want to tie the lines up, but I thought about something.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me if y'all noticed this with Manny, okay? The better coaches, and I ain't just going to say Nick and Dabo, but I'll even go with coaches that have won national championships or coaches that have just been mainstays, like Mac Brown, he won a national championship. Urban Meyer, he won a national championship. And even some of your better coaches historically, like a Chris Peterson at Boise, like Gary Patterson at TCU, these type of guys. Mm-hmm. Is it me, or is it a character trait that Manny is missing? And that character trait is he shows no emotion. Like he's not engaged. Like he's not showing no emotion. Like Nick, you see Nick, he gets fired up. He start cussing and fussing and turning red on the sideline. Dabo is like a motivator. Like Dabo don't get upset, but you'll see Dabo if things get bad, he'll start motivating his players. Mac Brown right now, 60-some years old, almost 70. He dancing with his players. He did it with Vince Young when he was at Texas. And all the other coaches that have done well, even Ed Ogeron down here in Louisiana, same thing. He's engaged. Like the concern that I got moving forward is Manny needs to have some sort of engagement with his players. I'm not saying he got to be fiery. I ain't saying he's got to be defined by a certain characteristic, but give me something. You know, don't just be like, you know, standing there just looking with that's kind of that dazed look on your face the whole game. Because if I'm seeing this at home, what kind of energy are the players getting? Because you feed off your coach. Mm-hmm. What y'all think about that?
Oh, no. I agree with you. Let me get that first. I agree because I've been saying this. And my thing is with Manny, bro. Is Manny that guy? And I'm asking both of you guys, E. Gray and Larry, Frank Jr., is Manny actually the guy? Is he actually the guy? And what I mean by that is he just a coordinator or is he actually a head coach? That's what I want to know.
Well, this is his second year.
Go ahead,
as head coach.
Go ahead.
This is his second year head coaching. And to go back to what you were saying about the emotion on the sideline, sometimes I think like I look at him, I'm like, why is he so goddamn laid back or just cool? He'll sit there with his hand on his face and he's just kind of looking. But there are times when he is definitely engaged. And if you look at that game Saturday, that goes back to the point I think Kyle or somebody brought it up about maybe he took over the damn defense in that fourth quarter, because you can tell when he is engaged on that defense, the headset come off, he's calling people over, he's actually running his mouth the entire goddamn time in the fourth quarter when the defense was on the field. So I don't know, man. Maybe maybe he needs to just be.
I'm just asking.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but as far as the emotion, sometimes he is a little bit too laid back. But I do see I've seen him get emotional at times with the players or engaging with the players. But maybe he can use a little bit more of that. You might be right, Larry.
Same question for you, Larry. Right?
I'm like this. I think the way that the whole coaching search went, I think that's why the fan base gets so sour on Manny, because he left the defensive coordinator position, took the job at Temple, was basically designated as the head coach, hadn't even really started recruiting yet, and then Miami just got him back. So that's why the fan base, I think, has an issue with him, because they feel like Miami didn't do a real detailed coaching search. Mm-hmm. You got other I'm gonna tell you something. My personal pick at the time, and a guy that I wish Miami would have made a play for years ago, was Chris Peterson at Boise State. I'm talking back in the mid-2000s, because at that time, when Boise beat Oklahoma and they was playing with the big boys, and you saw what he did when he went to Washington, mm-hmm. he took them to the playoff as well. That was my personal choice. But I honestly, I think he's more of a coordinator.
Me too.
I think he's learning. He's learning how to be a coach. And the thing about it is, I think had he went to Temple, cut his teeth over there, and maybe had some success, then, he would be a viable option as a possible coaching in the coaching search or whatever. But I think just to go ahead on and give him the reins, I think it was premature. Now, that don't mean I don't want to see the dude succeed. I mean, I hope by all means that he succeeds and that he does what he has to do and he becomes great, because Dabo had to become great. Every great coach was not great when they first got their head coaching job. People will forget that when Nick Saban was at Kent State, Nick Saban wasn't winning ball games at Kent State. He had a decent season at Michigan State. You know, Nick Saban broke the mold at LSU. And if it wouldn't have been for the alumni, basically Nick Saban was that dude that you're not going to tell me what to do. The alumni basically wanted to pull the strings and Nick Saban be a puppet. Nick's like, nah, you know what? Y'all can have this. He went on down to Miami, and then when it didn't work, he goes to Alabama. So getting back to Manny, I'm going to be 100 with y'all. I think Manny's still learning. I think what Manny needs is he really in his offseason or at some point, somebody needs to maybe from an older coaching perspective mentor him. Not necessarily mentor him, just have a conversation, you know, about coaching and great coaching. You know, not necessarily a Kane great. You don't have to necessarily go back to like Jimmy or one of them or even Coach Snellenberger.
How about Butch? Too many. How about Butch Davis?
Butch would be that dude, because I'm going to tell you something, man. If Butch would have never left to go to Cleveland, I said to everybody down here, if Butch never would have left us to go to Cleveland, getting fooled thinking he was going to do something with the Cleveland Browns, Butch Davis would have been Nick Saban before Nick Saban was Nick Saban. Because Butch built that team that won that national championship. Butch built that team that would have repeated. Remember when the BCS championships came out? They always talked about how the SEC dominated. You really think Miami wouldn't have won 3 BCS championships and more if Butch would have stayed?
And he was up. We was up then. We were up.
He was that dude. We were up. Butch had recruiting classes lined up. That's why Larry Coker just had to babysit.
That's all he had to do.
What scares me about. That's what scares me about Manny. Manny reminds me of Larry Coker in his demeanor. Because if you remember, Coker was that laid back, like you had the greatest college team in history, and you showed no emotion. And even on down to all the coaches behind him, Randy. I applaud what Randy wanted to do, because Randy wanted to clean up the program and mold them guys into to reputable young men. But Randy didn't really have much of an edge that I saw. Al Golden, brown there with that tie, looking like Mick Foley on WWE, he ain't had no doggone, you know what I'm saying, no kind of charisma or nothing like that.
Don't mention that used car salesman name on the show.
You stupid.
I can't stand it.
Say, bro. Every time I look at a tie, that's why I wear bow ties now. I can't wear them long ties. I wear bow ties, because them long ties, Al Golden ruined me on them long ties. And Mark Richt, I love him. I love him for what he tried. But like I said, Mark Richt was the same way. The only time that I saw Mark Richt feel it was in that Wisconsin game when Mark Richt was about to punch the ref and they had to hold him back. I said, now that's what I'm talking about. The ref put the good book down. He said, I ain't gonna worry about this good book no more. I gotta handle my business. You see what I'm saying? So that's my concern, man. It's like moving forward, like we got the talent and we got a good assistant, good assistants on the staff and everything. It has helped us. These boys are learning how to win. We are moving in the right direction. It's just that it's the small things that concern me. I think we're going to be all right. I'm just hoping that, he can kind of figure things out for himself, because great coaches usually have to go down into a sunken place before they evolve into that great coach. Like when they're just coaches. You're either good or you're great.
Well, this man, he's second year, man. Second year as head coach. And I agree with you. He's still learning on the fly, man, learning on the job. And what I do know, and I've read this, he's had some interactions with, talking to an old veteran coach like Jimmy Johnson. He spent some summers like just with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson come down there, he go fishing with him and just sit there and pick his brain and just talk to him, man. I don't know, he's young, man. He's young. It's second year. I think he's going to be all right, man.
Go ahead.
Credit him for that, and credit him for that. And also, I got to give credit where credit is due. He did make changes to the staff last year. Now, here's the thing. Blake Baker is his boy.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is what we saw with Mankind, Cactus Jack.
And Delfino.
I ain't gonna call him by his name. I'm gonna call it. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna call him Cactus Jack and his boy D'Onofrio. All right.
Oh God.
That was his boy.
Right.
Yes,
Cactus Jack wouldn't fire his boy. So now my thing is right now, Blake Baker is not getting it done.
Nope.
If you gotta take over and make adjustments, and your defensive coordinator can't make it happen, to me, there needs to be an evaluation. And please don't tell me that Ed Reed is not in that room and Ed Reed ain't voicing his opinion in some form or fashion. I know Ed Reed ain't no coach, but Ed Reed played on some great defensive teams in Miami and great defensive teams in the league in Baltimore. So you got that defensive influence right there from Ed Reed. So at the end of the day, that's my concern. Is he going to go ahead and make the necessary adjustment with Baker and move on?
Okay.
And I mean, hey,
I got
go ahead.
one more for the both of y'all.
What's up?
Because it was
What's up?
It was two questions. That was my first one.
Okay.
The second one, the last one. Well, my two real guys I got on here, I want to know how long, y'all say Manny Young, how long do we continue to settle for mediocrity? Because y'all know that's what this is right now. Y'all know this Fugazi's right now. I'm saying, when do we start saying now, okay, we want to see something? This is his second year.
Right now, it's too early to say we're seeing anything.
Okay,
it's
let me ask
you.
Yeah.
Time out. Time out. I'm not done asking the question. Because De'Aaron King, this is his 5th year. Okay? Right now, we're leaning on De'Aaron King a lot. Offensive line still look the same from last year. Now, if we're going to say that, if we're going to look ahead, because you say this is his first year, whatever the case may be, cool. When let's say De'Aaron King doesn't come back.
Shit, he better.
Look, no. Okay, you're right. Yeah. I hope he do. But let's say De'Aaron King doesn't come back.
He ready yet.
Offensive line still don't look good to me. So I'm looking at it like, okay, if De'Aaron King don't come back, Larry Frank, E. Gray, we still in the same boat, right back again last year. Because we know what's behind De'Aaron King right now is N'Kosi Perry. So I'm just saying.
They'll put TVD in there.
TVD still ain't got no offensive line. TVD still ain't got no offensive line.
You got that quarterback of the future in Tyler Van Dyke, but that offensive line got to get their mind right, and I think this is what's going to happen right here. I think you got these last 3 games. If you can get 2 of the last 3, minimal. You definitely want to. I'd like to get all 3, but I'm a realist. We ain't gonna get all 3. So we get 2 of the last 3, and we finish up 9-2. Get into a New Year's 6 bowl game. There ain't gonna be no ACC championship. Ain't gonna be no playoff. Get into a premier New Year's 6 bowl, pretty much the Orange Bowl. I would think they'll host the Orange Bowl. And if you can win that going into the off season, have a good off season. Now here's the kicker: if you could do all of that, that's gonna buy you some time. You're gonna come in the next season. You got Alabama week 1. Now Alabama, let's just go ahead on and hey, we could just like Clemson. It's a measuring stick. You hope to win, you most likely won't, because Alabama is just that team. Coming off of that Alabama game next year, I think that all eyes are going to be on what he does the rest of the season. If you drop that one game against Bama next year out the gate, but you can still win the Coastal, provided we get back to a normalcy in football and this COVID stuff and kind of get back to normalcy, and we got a Coastal division and an Atlantic division, we can go through our division, get to the ACC championship next year. And if you got 2 losses next year to Bama and Clemson in the ACC championship, if you can get there and at least put up a fight, then I think you're moving in the right direction. Now, if you get blowed out by Bama, drop some meaningless games to like a Duke, a Georgia Tech, and don't even qualify and finish at 8-4, 7-5, then I think it's time for you to start looking at the future and possibly moving on. Okay. That's just me.
E. Gray, same question for you. What you think?
Well, first of all, I think you asking these damn questions because you're a little biased. You want your boy Mr. Cut the Check to take place. That's what you want.
No, I don't. Not the way he's looking.
It's Mr. Money Order. Call it right. It's Mr. Money Order.
Mr. Money Order.
I can't even argue with y'all tonight, but I agree with y'all.
I just think that it's way premature right now. It's Manny's second year. I want to see how we finish this year out, see what happens, and let the chips fall. I agree with you, Larry Frank. We need to finish strong, get in a good bowl game, and just finish the year strong, man. Finish the year strong, see how the recruitment goes, and just see how things go and how we go through the rest of this crazy year, the rest of this crazy season,
Right.
going into next year, going into spring, and let's just see how the chips fall. I mean,
Right.
I like Manny. I like the direction we're going in. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, if you look at it, hell, the games that we won this year were 7-1. A lot of games that we won this year, we would have lost last year or the year before that.
Yes.
Definitely the year before that.
And
under
that's
Mark Wynn.
because of who at quarterback. I'm just saying, you gotta think, you gotta look.
No,
I
that's
get
not-
you. I get what
Yeah,
you're
of
saying.
course.
I'm just
Of
saying,
course.
E. You know, I'm just saying, E. Like I say, he might want to go and play pro. He done been in college for 5 years now. I'm just saying. That's all I'm
Shit, he's
saying.
35.
Well, D, I'm gonna ask you a question. Now you asking us questions. Let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
All right, now, King is definitely the reason that we're 7-1. But if you look at the defense has had to make big plays to save games. What about the defense just playing a consistent, great effort the whole game or most of the game and not having to step up? If you could step up on the last defensive series and save the game and ice it, why can't you play solid from the opening kickoff on defense?
I agree with you, bro. I agree. I mean, I'm like you though. Blake Baker ain't my choice. And Manny's got to put his hand on his defense from start to finish. I'm tired of people saying at the end of the game, he taking off the headset toward the end of the game, and he want to call the plays. I'm like, E, you got to get more involved. Dude, you a coordinator. You was a defensive coordinator, Larry Frank. You got to come on and put your hands on this defense from start. From start.
And I find the defense adjusted better when Manny. It's something about Manny's presence as the defensive coordinator and running the defense. I found that the defense was more energized, that there was more opportunistic. The turnover chain was coming out. It's like under Blake Baker's direction, it's like the defense don't step up when Blake was running the show. But when Manny has to take over, they respond. Something's up with that.
Man, Larry.
It's something with Blake Baker.
Larry, I guarantee you Manny took over that damn defense in that second half, especially middle of the third going into that fourth quarter. I guarantee you.
Manny took over that defense in the second half of that game. Manny took over the defense probably towards the end of the game the other Friday night when they were struggling. Yep. Every series that the defense, because you could tell if the defense struggled and had issues with personnel and couldn't get it together for the bulk of the games they were in. And all of a sudden, when it counted, they made that play. I know players make plays, but in a desperation situation, you're not going to make plays like that every week. You might, in a desperation situation, step to the plate and make a play and ice a game here and there. But you got 3 or 4 games that the defense then had to lock it down at the end. That's why we the cardiac canes right now, because we can get a late lead and then the defense is driving, and all of a sudden, the opposing offensive driving, and all of a sudden, the defense has to step up and make a play at the end of the game. Why is that happening? They're not playing like that the entire game. Why are they not playing like that the entire game? Because Manny is probably not on it the entire game. You got Blake on it in the beginning part of the game. And then whenever the game is on the line, what happens? Manny got to save it.
Right. So, Larry, you remember you asked the question, we was talking about the emotions of Manny Diaz, right? I'm telling you, you go back and look at that game Saturday, that second half, like we say when we think that Manny took over the defense, you look at him emotional on the sideline. He's more engaged. He's yelling at the refs. He's yelling at his players. He's telling them to come here, telling them to get set. He's all involved. You can tell when he takes over the defense.
Well, we need him to take over. We need him to take over.
Yes. You got to be able from the kickoff, man. You got to basically have that presence, man. The boys got to be just feeding off of your energy as a coach. Like it's like you got coaches that they can just stand there and they can just point out and they can just tell you what they want, and their presence and what they brought to the table, the guys feed off of that, and they do well with it. And you got other coaches that they just can't get through to their players. I mean, I hate to say it, but Will Muschamp is a prime example.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Will Muschamp ever got through to his players. He won the few games that he won at Florida and at South Carolina off of talent alone.
Mm-hmm.
If it came down to it, and I'm gonna just be honest with you, if you're not getting through to your players, yeah, they hear what you're saying. It's kind of like, you know, in the wood when your boy and them was in the coffee shop and your boy asked Tay Diggs, why did you ask Lisa to marry you? You know, what do you say? It sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when you giving a speech or whatever, yeah, it sounds nice.
Right.
But are they biting? Are they biting on what you're saying? Are they taking in what you say? No. Yeah. It sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man. I don't want it to sound nice. I want you to feel this and go out here and put into action what we telling you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Them other teams are doing it.
Yeah.
Man, when we play those other teams that are less talented than us, and they can push us to the brink, those players are responding to their coaches.
Yep.
So, what it is,
Yep.
you know. So,
Yep.
But
Yeah.
My guy. That was my guy, man. Larry
Yep.
Fred, man. I appreciate you, man. Always a
Sir.
pleasure to get you calling in, man.
man, you know it. And before I go, 9-0 Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. We rolling. We rolling. I couldn't go without you. I can't go without letting y'all know. Stairway to 7. Hey, y'all better watch us. And look, to all the Kane family, look, I know most of y'all, you know, Dolphin fans out there. No disrespect, but you don't want to see us in the winter.
Well, Larry Fred.
You don't want to come to Heinz Field. So hey, it's all love. It's all love on Saturday, but on Sunday, hey, I'm not responsible for what's gonna happen. So hey, I know they won their little 5 in a row, and I'm happy for them 2 a time and all of that. But it's gonna get ugly. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what's up, man. Larry Fred, man.
Y'all have
Hey,
a
man.
great night, man.
Man, you too.
Y'all
man.
have a
Love you,
great
brother,
night.
man.
Junior.
And y'all doing it Friday? Y'all doing the hype show Friday
Yeah.
like y'all? No, it ain't no
We gonna-
game.
man,
But y'all still gonna have a
We're gonna still have a show on Friday, man. We're gonna we'll talk about some other things, man. What we want to see coming off the bye week, man. Hey, it's you talk, brother. We gonna do it.
Yes, sir.
Well, God willing, I will be calling y'all Friday. I'll
That's what's
holler
up.
at y'all
All right,
Friday.
my brother.
All right, you stay safe now, big dog.
All right.
Love you, big dog. All right, later.
All right, take it easy.
All right.
All right, later.
All right.
It's
Let me
it's
get
you
to
talk,
something real
baby.
quick. The doggone Jeffrey O'Neal talking about I'm still looking in the mirror for the Falcons got. Come on, man. Talking about we got a bye week in the first round of the playoffs. That's okay. Y'all gonna quit clowning my Falcons. We are getting hot at the right time.
That's
Right time.
Yeah, man. Hey, man,
We're getting hot at the right time, baby.
that was my boy, man. Larry Frank Jr., man, coming with that 5, man. Shout out to my
Oh
boy.
man, he gives the best takes, man. Love him, man. Love
Great,
him.
man. Shout out to my boy E. Great, man. Shout out to my dog, man. Let's read some of these chats, man. That was a good phone call, man. That was a great phone call, man. I'm gonna go to Chadrick Irv, man. This my thing. We deserve to be at 12. We barely beating teams that aren't ranked. Totally agree. But I'm not going to complain. We winning, but winning by nothing. Our O-line is just horrible, and teams will continue if we don't get running back strings. Totally agree. Another thing is our corners are horrible, except to Corey Couch. I'm sorry, but you can't be in high school and still be developed into something better because the coaching should be better to make you better. But they are not developing or getting better with putting themselves into better positions. I'm tired of seeing cover 2 defense. Let these boys play man to man and go kill somebody. Boy, hey, I couldn't have said it no better, E.
Yeah, I don't like the soft zone that we've been playing, but damn it, man. When I watch DJ Ivy and man-to-man coverage, the shit just gives me a headache, man. I mean, but I agree. I hate the soft zone, though, man. I really do. I really do. I mean, hopefully now that we feel like we got somebody into Corey Couch, we can maybe shake some things up, man. I don't know. And Bubba Bolin's got to play better at that safety position, too.
Boy, they killing my boy Red Lasky. J.R. Hayes say, it's cut the cheese. Boy, stop. Y'all gonna leave.
Hey, sounds about right.
Boy,
Sounds about right,
stop.
J.R. Hayes. Cut
Shout
the
out,
cheese.
shout out to my cousin Carol and Mike, man. What's up, cuz? How you doing, cuz? Carol and Mike, my cousin Love in the building, man. Cuban Kane. Pete never got crunk on their players. Every coach is different. That's true, but we still need Manny the doggone do more, man. I don't give a damn. Manny need to start taking over this defense, man. Like he said, if he taking it over at the in the fourth quarter, I need him with his hands on it all the time, man. Because this defense been looking like crap, man. And Red Lashley, you got to step up, bro. I can't defend you tonight, but Josh Ayers. Yeah, but if you don't hire Manny at Miami, does Miami hire another coach who sets the program back another 3 years? Listen, I just think we got talent. Like I say, I want Manny to succeed. What about you, E? I want him to succeed. I just don't think.
You know, I'm tired of talking about the whole Manny thing because you know how I feel about it. This is only his second year as head coach. I'm like, let's ride with the man for a little bit and see how it go, man.
My question to you is, what's a little bit? I'm just asking, what's a little bit? Like I said, because right now, you do agree that we're looking at mediocrity right now, though, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, but
I'm just saying, how long?
I'm saying, I mean, he definitely deserves a couple more years, man. At least 3.
At least 3. Okay, yeah. I mean, all right. Cuban Kane. Nah, Manny has to put work. Larry did not. Manny has to put in work, you say? Okay. Rodney Atwaters. Is that my good people Rod Mack? Joseph Bernard. Who in the hell is the O-line coach? Fire him with Baker. The O-line coach, I think that's who is that? That's that ain't Gary. They fired Gary Justice, I think, last year. Who is the offensive line coach?
New coach.
Huh?
We got a new offensive line coach this year, don't we?
Right. I'm just trying to think of his name. Let's see, who else we got? Reggie Mathis. Blake Baker gotta go. Okay. Danielle Carroll. We need the right coach. Listen, man, I agree that Manny's just a coordinator, but I'm going to ride with him. Like I say, we going to see.
And y'all leave my boy Manny alone. God damn it, we 7-1.
Yeah, there they go with that 7-1 stuff.
There's a whole lot of teams in the country right now that can't say that.
Yeah. That, man, like I say, y'all, well, we 7-1, y'all. We 7-1. So, you know, we got to take the wins. We'll take the win. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
I'll tell you something, man. If we'd have lost that game Saturday, today would be a whole different discussion, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. I agree with you, most definitely. It'll definitely be a different discussion for sure. Hey, y'all, anybody else want to call in, man, before we get ready to get out of here, man? We wanted to engage with everybody tonight, man. Say what's up, man. I really appreciate everybody, man. I want to say thank you to all you guys, like I said before at the beginning of the show, man, for your prayers.
Go ahead and remind them about Friday, too, D. Friday, we're going to be on.
Yeah, we're going to be on Friday, big dog. Like I say, we'll come up with some things to talk about, man, and we're gonna keep it going, man, all the way up until we might only go one time out the week if we playing. What you say the next game is? What's the date?
We don't play until December 5th.
December the 5th, so we'll do like the Fridays or whatever the case may be up until our next game. Except Thanksgiving weekend. Exactly. Thanksgiving weekend, we're gonna be off, y'all. So thank you, J.R. Hayes, Garen Justice. Okay, I did have it right then. All right. Another bye, Danielle Cara. Jeffrey O'Neill. If the Miami job comes open, if Manny don't work out, I bet Bush Davis will take it. That was my pick from the beginning, anyways. But
man, y'all quit talking about Manny like he ain't the damn coach right now, like man, he about to lose his job.
They can get a opinion, man. They can get a opinion, man.
This one is bad talk, Manny.
They ain't bad talking, Manny. They getting their opinion.
You ain't never
man.
like Manny. Hey, D, you been talking trash about Manny all year long before the season started.
I have. I just don't think he's a head coach. I mean, but like you say, though, you know, I don't want him to do bad. I just don't think he's a head coach. That's just my opinion. But like I say, I want him to do good. He a Kane. Cuban Kane. No, we need a show after Falcons and Raiders. Listen here. You act like your Miami Dolphins already in the Super Bowl or something, man. Like, don't get too cocky. Didn't you do the same thing with your Miami Heat?
I mean, you know, hey, look, Cuban Kane, I ain't scared of that now. You know what I mean?
Damn.
The Falcons, you know what I'm saying? The little Vegas Raiders got to come to the A, you know what I'm saying? We ain't scared of that.
Speaking of the Raiders,
I want all the smoke.
Yeah,
I
y'all.
want all the smoke.
Finally, man, I got a good take on Just Saying, man. I don't know, y'all got to check my boy out, man, when he give his takes every week over on Just Saying. I finally got some love, man, over on Just Saying with my friend. We got a phone call. I'm gonna get back to you in just a second. It's Utah caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Cuz, what's up? This is Danielle from Ocoee.
Dang, yeah, Karen, my cousin in the building. Ocoee, Florida.
What up?
Hey, we got another bye game. Oh my God, how many byes are gonna give us this year?
Well, Ed, he said that because of the COVID. I didn't even know,
yeah.
man, till he told me right before we came on. I had been running around all
Yeah.
day, and he told me that I think we're off for like the next 2 weeks. He said.
Yeah, they had to reschedule all the games. They had to shift them around, so we don't play again until December 5th. We play Wake Forest. December 12th, we play North Carolina, and then December 19th, depending on how everything works out, we'll play Georgia Tech. So that's where we at. Yeah.
Hey man, we need this rest. We need this rest. Jeez, I watched that game on Saturday, and I'm just watching the game, fellas, and I'm asking you guys this: there are some coaches who shouldn't be coaching, and there are some players who shouldn't be playing football. I saw that on the field. That Couch kid, they need to insert him in the lineup. He need to gain a little bit more weight, but I'm pretty sure that would happen on the off season. But that kid, I like that kid. I like that kid a lot.
Well, I totally agree with Corey. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, it's Corey Couch, man. I mean, you know, we talked about him early in the year. It was wondering like why he didn't get enough playing time, but he was the hero, man. He was the hero in the end of that game, man. He played his tail off, man.
Big time. I'm like, man, they need to insert this kid in the lineup. This kid he has that football IQ.
He does. You can see it, man. He just looks comfortable, man. He looks comfortable in man to man. He looks comfortable in zone. He's one of the very few players out there that just looks comfortable with anything that he's doing, man. He don't panic. You know, I mean, he has ball skills. When the ball goes up in the air, he finds the ball without pass interference. And even on special teams, you look at him, man. He's the first one down there covering kicks. The kid is just a player, man. He just looks comfortable at what he's doing. Eric, Mark, I appreciate you, big dog. Go ahead.
I totally agree, man. That kid is like, man, there is speed and then there's football speed. That kid is good. I'm like, man, that could be our future right there.
Yeah, he's a sophomore, man.
Put more pieces around him.
So let me ask you this, cuz, like, what do you think about the offense as a whole, man? Like Rhett Lashley, man, is like he say, man, he's starting to stumble, man. Like he got to open this. He got to call better plays, man, because this is looking terrible, man. What do you think about Rhett Lashley, man, and his play calling?
I totally agree, and I also think that King has earned his trust where he could audible at the lines when he sees, okay, I see a blitz coming.
Yes.
Can you please audible? Can you please change a play or something?
Yes. Yes.
That's what I don't understand.
Yes. Yes. I think that he's earned the respect. Yes, he's earned that right, man.
That.
Delegate some more responsibility on him at the line of scrimmage, man, and let him get out of some of these bad plays that we watching on first and second down. For real.
Throw a damn screen pass.
Yes. It seems like I'm watching Dan Enos all over again.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, have mercy.
Boy, don't make this boy throw up there, yeah, but
oh, my God. It seems like we're watching Dan Enos all over again.
It is.
I swear, I thought, look, you know the Scooby-Doo, remember the Scooby-Doo meme where they took the mask off? You know what I mean? I thought they was going to do that and be Dan Enos in that first half of last week. Oh, God, man. Bad, man. Very bad.
It is.
Hey, it's terrible, man. It is terrible, man. That's horrible. That's why I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, there are coaches who shouldn't be coaching at Miami, and there are players who should not be playing at Miami. I could tell. Ivy. Man, this guy's getting beat all over the field. I'm like, oh my God, this is
that's another one of E downers.
Oh,
pretty bad. He's pretty bad. I mean, every time I see him, it's just, you know, he's just trailing somebody on the field. He's just always behind them. It was one that got through a damn late post route. And it's like, he's 3 seconds off And it's come on, man. Come on.
And also, fellas,
Mm-hmm.
you also look at our linebacker crew. I'm like, oh my God, that's what we have at linebacker.
And the only
Well,
one that
They're running in the same hole.
Yeah, I like Sam Brooks, though. I think he's going to be fine.
Sam Brooks is still young, like you say. He's still young.
Yeah, he's still.
He's gonna be good, man. I agree with you on that, man. I mean, 44 just like he's slow. He didn't play bad this past weekend. This was one of his better games, but we got to get better at linebacker. And I got one for y'all, man. How about, man, we start looking for the north, man, for some offensive linemen. I mean, I just want to see you go out of the state a little bit.
You get them big boys from up there like Wisconsin, like
Nebraska.
Yeah.
How about we go trying to recruit out of the state a little bit for some offensive line? Ain't y'all tired of seeing that movie?
I totally agree. Yes.
Look, back in the day, the early 2000s, all the boys was from up north and somewhere else.
That's
the
the
line, the offensive line.
Correct.
I mean, because right now, it ain't Ian Danielle, man. It's not getting done right now on the offensive line, man. And I think we're going to have to do something different in recruiting, man, coming up.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hey, man, I just wanted to call in to you guys and say, man, I appreciate the show, man. I'm always listening. I may not call all the time, but I'm always there. Just know that. And I just actually had a time in tonight. Man, there are some coaches who should not be coaching.
Man, listen, we can get Blake Baker. We can get Blake Baker on and scoot him on out the way, man. And like I say, he already know if it's little homeboy, man, it don't tighten up. He already. Hey, if he don't tighten up.
Hey, I'm with Devin on that one, brother. I'm with Devin on that one, boy. Hey, I like Manning. He haven't showed me anything. I'm like, ugh.
Cause
this is only his second season. Cut the man a break.
Hey, cuz he got me on the leash because he's my boy, and I'ma ride with him now. That's my boy. But boy, he better tighten up. I'ma pop off the leash.
This is the you.
I'm walking right beside you on this one, E. But boy, E, I'm gonna break that lead pretty soon. E. But I'm good, E. I'm rolling with my boy, Roll I E. What you call him, Jose Martini? Roll I E. I'm rolling with Roll I E. I'm rolling with him on that. I'm rolling with him. Cuz, man, I appreciate the phone call, cuz.
Hey, man, no problem, man, fellas. Anytime,
all right, yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
All right,
love you.
Be safe now.
All right, cuz. All right.
Bye.
Later.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.
E Gray, man. E Gray. So I'm gonna let you go ahead, man, and give your departed words, man, before I close out, big dog. It's on you. Shoot for it.
Hey, man, with 7-1, great win this past weekend. It was ugly, but I told y'all on the standings, and don't say pretty, don't say ugly, just say W. Yeah, they get our blood pressure up every week, especially mine, but you know, it felt a little bit better after the clock said zeros and we got that W. I hate that we got this little long stretch because now I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with myself the next couple Saturdays, man. Man.
Hey, I know.
When I got the news, I was so disappointed.
So
I was so disappointed.
Let me ask you this: Is it just Miami or is it everybody? It's just us.
It's just us.
Oh, okay. Well,
and whoever we were supposed to play, they had to change up the schedule in the ACC because of that.
Well, we can scout some other teams, man. You know what I'm saying? We can watch some other teams, brother. So, like I say,
I'll try.
I know. Well, hey, man, I'm gonna follow up off of E, man, and say, man, it's a win. I'm gonna give you one of his. It's a win. Y'all be happy. But I'm gonna also say, y'all quit crying about being pushed back 3 spots because we don't deserve to be no higher than where we at. I know my boy Larry Frank say that, man, we should have been a little bit farther. No, we deserve that. Like I say, we were the underdogs and we were playing a team that was unranked. I'm just saying they got beat by Liberty the week before. Liberty is a decent team, but I'm just saying we are right where we need to be at until we start playing.
I'm nervous playing Liberty right now.
Until we start playing, I agree with you. Until we start playing complete games and finishing teams off and not looking like that, we making some type of progression. I'm saying they need to be right where they need to be at. So again, we got the W. I'm happy. Go Canes. So E Gray, man, let's get it to him, man. Everybody out there on the chat line, man, we appreciate the commentary, man. Love everybody, man. Everybody stay safe until Friday. Definitely going to come back on Friday. Like I say, man, we going to talk hurricanes, man. It's a hurricane show.
Yes, sir.
Nuki, what it do, boy? I see you, Nuki, man. What's going on, man? That's my big homie, man. What's going on? So, man, look here, man. Let's end the E, man. Y'all know how we start every show. And y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us.
Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. And we
Yes,
out.
sir.
Go Canes. Y'all know how we do it, man. We out of here, man.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.